Alright, this is Xubuntu 18.10, showing off my installation of an old modular software synth called Analog Box. This is Analog Box 235. I'm sure there's later versions. I don't know. This one works pretty well. New version of Wine. And under Xubuntu, MIDI latency in ALSA and OSS is pretty fast. So I've got a basic algorithmic sequencer set up here going into Sunvox. What I'm going to do is show you that in the preferences we've got our MIDI through port, and for the interface, the shortcuts, we've got a shortcut for play pattern, right, coming from here, and then we've got a shortcut for record coming from this MIDI through port here. And you can see Analog Box has got lots of options for MIDI. You can send controller data, patches, just about anything you want. And of course, this MIDI object here is set to the MIDI through port device, and we're tracking the notes. That's from this note quantizer here. This one is set to the audio output, and you'll see I have it so I could check the latency. Latency is not too bad. I have it set up for 11 milliseconds, and this is 2 buffers. Says 46 milliseconds, but honestly, it's pretty darn close. I'm really happy with the performance of Xubuntu. I'd compare it to performance of Ubuntu Studio with Jack, using higher latencies, and for this kind of stuff, that's you don't really need the latency because you're not recording a MIDI drummer or anything, somebody actually playing. So all right, let's get started here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this one off. I'm going to turn the play pattern off, turn on the record function, close this, set my line back to 0. And we're recording this generator. This one is our little click track here. So let's just go ahead and test it first. And you can hear it. So here's the audio just from Sunvox. If I turn this down, you can hear here's the audio from Analog Box. The offset of the octaves is an issue, but not really. I guess you could just transpose it later. You might want to change that. You can't change that in the Sunvox preferences. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop this. Stop this one too. Now we'll switch off play pattern and switch on record. I'm going to rewind it back to 0. Now when I hit play in Analog Box, it should start recording in Sunvox. Let me just go ahead and check my preferences. Recording, note quantization. Let's just turn this off. See how accurate the timing is. Okay, so turn our volume back up here, and let's go for it. Ready? As you can see, it's recording in Sunvox. You can also record the live changes. Set the BPMs of the algorithm a little higher. That's just Sunvox there. You can hear there's a little latency, but pretty sure you can just edit that out in the track. As you can see, it's not bad. Looks like it increased as it went on. But as you can see, I got my my pattern here. And it looks like it did record it. and you've got some offset or some tempo, or this is the effect command for delay 55. So it recorded it. Okay, there you go.